Hello, this is Jeff at Magical Fruit Toots. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to take a city or town map and simulate map cut art with Photoshop. We will use an open source application called TileMill to style OpenStreetmap data and create a simple graphic representing the roads of a city or town. We'll export a PNG file of the graphic. Then we'll open the PNG file in Photoshop and apply some strokes, borders, and layer styles to complete the project. We will be working with the TileMill application. I am not a TileMill expert. I've worked with it for many hours regarding this project, but have learned only what was needed to produce the export needed in this project. I will provide the text file for the Carto CSS in the description or projects files of this video. You can copy and paste it into your TileMill editor and make a few changes related to your city. To begin, you need to download TileMill. Open up your browser to mapbox.com/TileMill. Click the appropriate box to select your operating system. Then click to download TileMill. Click to save the file to your download area. Once TileMill is downloaded, run the TileMill setup application. TileMill will open with some projects available. Click the Create a New Project box. Just fill in the file name with a descriptive name for your city or town. I chose Chicago. Click Add. Now you have a Chicago project. Click it to open it up. The interface screen will open up. The map opens up on the left side, and the right side is where you enter simple code called Carto CSS, which is similar to CSS. Right now a default world map is showing on the left panel. You do not need it, so remove it. To remove, highlight the code as demonstrated and press Delete to remove the world map code. Click Save to activate the changes. Now just the background color is showing on the map, and the code for the background color is in the editor on the right. You can change the background color by clicking on the color box at the bottom of the editor and choosing a color and saving. Or you can change the background color in the code by inserting a color name such as blue. Then click Save. Or a color hex code such as #8F6C0D, which is a brown color that will be the base color of our land in the project. Next, we need to add some layers. Notice the layer icon at the bottom left of the screen. Click it to open it. Right now, the countries layer is still there. Press the trash can icon to remove it. Next, go to mapzen.com/metro-extracts. Scroll down and type in the city you want to map. I entered Chicago. Most major cities of the world are available on this website. Then choose the OS2MPG SQL shapefile for that city and download it. Next, go to your Downloads folder and unzip the file you just downloaded. You should end up with this unzipped folder. Now back in your TileMill project, to add layers, click the layer icon. Click the Add Layer button. Enter an ID name. I named it Polygons. Then browse to the folder ending in OSM2PGSQL-shapefiles that you recently unzipped. Select the shapefile ending in OSM_polygon.shp. Once selected, press Done, then click Save. A new polygons layer will be added to your Layers panel. Next, you should add another layer for the lines. Click the Add Layer button. Enter an ID name. I named it Lines. Then browse to the folder ending in OSM2PGSQL-shapefiles that you recently unzipped. Select the shapefile ending in OSM_line.shp. Once selected, press Done. Then click Save. A new lines layer will be added to your Layers panel. Next, we'll add code to fill in the city area with the color number D2A017, which is a lighter brown than the map background. This helps us visualize the city boundaries and gives us more design info for our Photoshop phase. Notice the name Chicago conditional in the line. This limits the styling just to the Chicago boundaries. Your city may not show up. For example, some cities are listed as Metropolis City or City of Metropolis. The polygon fill line should be styled with color number D2A017. Make sure to add the right curly brace to the last line. Double check your syntax. Every style line should end with one semicolon. Also make sure brackets and curly braces are entered as in the example. Press Save to activate the changes. This might take a while. You can press the magnifying glass in the polygons layer, which will zoom to extents. For Chicago, once the Chicago outline appears, zoom in to level 14. Place near where the major metropolitan area should be. At this point, you need to add some styles to display the roads. Enter the code for the roads as shown here. We're using the lines layer to style the roads. The highway tag allows you to filter by types of roads. Here's a chart of the highway types from the OpenStreetMaps wiki. You can access the wiki at wiki.openstreetmap.org. I was only interested in the larger roads, so I used the 7 largest highway types. I broke them into 2 groups. The first group contains the motorway, truck, and primary types, which are the larger roads. I wanted them to have a larger line width of 6, so that the major roads will appear larger than the smaller roads. The second group contains the secondary, tertiary, unclassified, and residential roads. These are styled with a white line color and a line width of 2. As before, double-check your code syntax. Make sure all styling is as shown. Click the Save button to activate the changes. It may be a while before your map generates. Have patience. I have provided the code for the Chicago project in the description area or the projects files. You can copy parts or all of it and paste it into the TileMill editor. At this point, you should save your boundaries and center for your zoom level. This saves the position and scale so that if you're only mapping a small area, such as a city, you won't have to zoom into it every time you reopen your project. This is pretty easy to do. Center up the view to where you like it. For a large city such as Chicago, you may want to zoom in near the major metropolitan area so that you can have more detail visible and a more interesting design. If a city has a coastline, you should include a little bit of it for better visual recognition. Click Project Settings, that's the little wrench icon. Zoom and center until you are at level 14. Level 9 took about a minute. To define the boundaries, hold down the Shift key and drag the border extents inwards. Then let go of the mouse. Be sure to define all 4 sides or you may get some errors. Click on Approximate Center of the Bounded Area. This will establish a center point for Zoom 14. Click Save. After a short while, the view will render. Now that your settings have been saved, you should change the line widths to 12 for the larger and 8 for the smaller, and press Save. Now the lines look crowded, but will resolve much better on export to a 3000 pixels square by 300 pixels per inch PNG file. We are now ready to export. Click Export and choose PNG as your export type. Your image is already ready to be exported. In this case, the file name is Chicago. Choose 3000 as the width. The height will automatically adjust. Click Export to export your file. Wait a minute or so to make sure the file has time to create. To locate the file generated, click the Settings icon and inspect the document's path. Here is the PNG file that was created. After your map has been downloaded as a PNG file, open it up in Photoshop. Double-click Layer 0 and rename it BG. Press Ctrl-Alt-J to duplicate it, and name the duplicate Roads. To crop a selection of your chosen area, use the Marquee tool set with a fixed ratio of 1:1. Adjust your crop size, realizing that you are going to cover a little more of the bottom area with the text with the name of the city. Then choose Image Crop to crop out the area. Then deselect. Choose Image, Image Size. Change the resolution to 300 pixels per inch and the width and height to 3000 pixels. Save your file as a PSD file. Choose Image Mode and change the mode to CMYK color. Select Don't Merge. Then click OK to convert to CMYK profile. We are using CMYK in order to have access to the yellow channel. This will help us make an exact selection of the white roads using channels. Also, CMYK is a good mode to use if you will be printing your resulting image. The roads layer should be active. If you do not have a Channels tab, choose Window, Channels from the menu and select Channels. Next, select the Channels panel. Choose the yellow channel. Right-click and duplicate the yellow channel. Control-click the yellow copy channel. The white road should be selected. Go back to the Layers panel. The Roads layer should be active. Click the Add to Layer Mask icon to mask the Roads layer. Temporarily turn off the eye of the BG layer so we can see what's happening better. Next, we will add the border. Select Image Canvas Size. The width and height should both be 300 pixels. Relative should be checked. This will expand the canvas by 300 pixels on all sides. While the Roads mask thumbnail is still selected, use the Marquee tool with a normal ratio to make another selection. What we are doing is extending the bottom border of the square. Make the selection as demonstrated. Since black is a background color, press Ctrl plus Delete to remove the selected area from the mask. Deselect. Press Ctrl 0 to fit the image to the canvas. Make sure that you are in the roads thumbnail and not the mask. Add a solid color adjustment layer to the road layer. Choose white as the color. Name it Roads Color. Clip it to the roads layer. Make the roads layer active. Hold down Ctrl while selecting the Add New Layer icon to create a layer below the roads layer. Name it Background Color. Add a solid color adjustment layer to it. Choose black as the color. Select the roads color layer. Then choose the Type tool to add a type layer. I used Cambria bold font at 48 points with strong anti-aliasing. The Align Center icon should be active. The color should be white. Type in Chicago in the bottom border area. Double-click the type thumbnail to select it. Hold down Ctrl and select the BG layer. Then choose the Move tool and click Align Horizontal Centers. This will center the text exactly. Now double-click the Chicago type thumbnail to select the type again. If you don't have the character panel available, choose Window Character. Now open up the character panel. Drag over the horizontal scale in the character panel. That's the big T with a two-headed arrow below it. Drag to the right to fit the space needed. Click the check mark to accept. Now use the up and down arrow keys to adjust it so it's centered vertically in the bottom border. Click the Hand tool to turn off the Move tool. Close the character panel. Next, we'll apply layer styles to the roads. Zoom in some to see what's happening better. Select the Roads layer thumbnail. Add a Bevel and Emboss layer style. Here are some Bevel and Emboss settings you should use. Style should be Inner Bevel. Technique Smooth. Direction Up. Size 8 pixels. Now check the Contour box. Double-click the contour to see the contour settings. Set the range to 50%. Next, checkmark the Drop Shadow settings. Double-click the Drop Shadow to see the settings. Blend mode should be Multiply. Opacity should be 50%. Angle should be 30 degrees. Spread should be 15%. Press OK to accept all the settings. Press Ctrl 0 to fit to screen. Right-click and select Copy Layer Style. Select your text layer. Right-click and select Paste Layer Style. Now you're set up for black roads on a white background. To change to a white roads on a black background, do the following. Double-click the text icon and change the text color to black. Double-click the road color solid color and change it to black. Double-click the background color solid color and change it to white. With this setup, you can change to any two color combinations easily. Just change the text color, the road color, and the background color accordingly. Also, if you want to see the colors as originally exported from TileMill, including your city boundaries, Change your text color to D2A017. Turn off the eye of the road's color and make the background color black. This concludes the tutorial. Hope you've enjoyed it.